Welcome to the GSheet EFT Portfolio Builder tutorial. Using this quick and simple portfolio tool, you can build a quick, cheap and diversified investment portfolio. The equity ETF portfolio can be used in any Canadian investment account. You will be asked to complete an account opening form with information about your age, income, savings, employment, marital status and citizenship. You will also be asked to complete a risk tolerance and investment timeframe questionnaire. The equity ETF portfolio is a medium to high-risk investment and best for a long-term strategy. Once you have opened your online account and made your first deposit, we are ready to get started. For this example, I am going to use $10,000, but this tool can be used to invest any amount. If you are investing less than $500, I would suggest buying only Canadian and US equity. The types of ETFs have been ordered from more passive to more active investments. For Canadian investors, the TSX and SP 500 are the most diversified. For larger portfolios, you will also want exposure to Europe and emerging markets, which are the quickest developing countries but may be more volatile than other areas. The Nasdaq are US companies more geared toward tech, environmental, social and governmental funds or ESG are becoming increasingly popular. And finally we have crypto. These funds are new to the market and might be volatile. Now I am just going to fill this in randomly. You can decide which sectors you would like more exposure. For a more passive strategy, I like to weight more in the Canadian and US markets. The unallocated field tells you what percent is left to be assigned. The total must equal 0. Now that you have set the allocation in your account, next you will select your ETFs. If you scroll down you will see a series of drop-down boxes organized by sector. And if we look to the side, I have selected a handful of options in each category. These are the largest and most heavily traded in each of their category. This list shows the name of the issuer, the name of the fund, the ticker also called the symbol. The MER is the fee charged by the issuer to manage the funds. Most equity mutual funds charge 2% or more in fees. Index linked notes cost less than 1/10 of a percentage point. The information includes the dividend information as of January 2024. Depending on your preference, you might select the lowest fee, highest dividend, or choose a company that you are familiar with. When you have decided which ETFs you would like to purchase, select the name of the fund from the drop-down bar. For more information on the ETFs, the fees and holdings, you can visit Morningstar Canada, which provides independently verified information on the different funds. Now we will move on to the last step tab and enter the amount you will be investing in the cash balance field. You have now built your investment portfolio. If we switch to the portfolio tab, you will notice that the market price for the ETFs is automatically populated, which shows you how many shares of each ETF to purchase. Okay. We're ready to start trading. I am using the Questrade demo trading platform, but you can execute this strategy in any online discount broker. To place the trade, enter the symbol aka ticker for the first ETF. So, I am going to search for VCE, and I will select the Vanguard FTSE Index ETF. Referring back to the spreadsheet, we are buying 53 shares. And I am going to change it to a market order. A market order means you will pay the price it's trading for. A limit order is when you set a price, but we don't have to worry about that today. Now that I have entered 53 shares of VCE to at market, I will hit buy, and you will see a confirmation of the trade I am placing. I am going to repeat this step with each of the ETFs. Search for the symbol, refer to the spreadsheet for the number of shares, and complete the buy order. The symbol is listed as ticker on the GSheet. These words are interchangeable. When searching for the stock, we will disregard the TSE and search for the last part. If you are unsure you selected the correct symbol, you can check the GSheet and ensure it's around the same price as the bid and ask figures at the top. The market prices on the GSheet are delayed, so the numbers will probably not match exactly. If I check the Executed Orders tab, I can see which orders have been filled. When an order is filled, it means the transaction is complete. It can be tricky to find the correct symbol because it might be listed in a variety of ways. For example, on the GSheet, stocks that trade in Canada are listed as TSE and the stock symbol. On this trading platform, Canadian stocks are listed with the symbol followed by 2, and the TSXUC means that it trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange. You may also see Canadian stocks listed as the symbol, followed by .ca. Many companies charge trading fees overnight. So, once you have completed your trades, you are done for the day. There are two things that the GSheet won't automatically update: the number of shares in your account, and the cash balance. The day after you place your trades, you should get a fill report that looks something like this. Enter the filled quantity under the number of shares held field. After the trades, there should be a small cash balance left over. To update the GSheet, you will erase the 10,000 and update it with your new cash balance. For this demo, I will assume that there was $235 left in the account after trades. So, now that you have completed the initial setup of your portfolio, you use the GSheet to update the cash balances and number of shares you have in your account. You can also update your investment mix on the first tab. The portfolio tab is automatically updated when you change the first and third tabs. When you make additional deposits to the account, add them to the cash balance on the third tab. For example, if I deposit $5,000, my cash balance becomes $5,235. When I input the new cash balance, the portfolio tab tells me how many shares to buy of each ETF to invest my $5,000 deposit. Suppose I need to make a withdrawal of $5,000. I input the amount in the withdrawal field, and the portfolio tab will show me what to sell. Remember to erase this field when you have completed the withdrawal. You can also switch up the investment mix. For example, you might be worried about the US election and think the economy might tank if they elect a dictator, and you believe European countries are a more stable investment. You can reduce your US investment target and add to the European. The portfolio tab will show you how much to add to sell of the US ETF and how much to buy of the European. Some best practices for maintaining your equity ETF portfolio include making you invest at least $200 per ETF, especially if you pay trading fees to buy or sell stocks. Update your cash balances monthly so the GSheet shows any recent dividends. But don't obsess about the ups and downs or selling a few shares. It is a passive investment strategy, so you can rebalance when enough cash builds up or when a significant market event occurs. If you invest in crypto, you should invest a little more actively, mainly to sell when the value increases substantially. Now that you have completed your portfolio and placed the trades, you can use this tool to review the market price of your ETF and the percentage of your investment portfolio. The target column is the allocations I made on the Start Here tab. The columns with the headings difference show the dollar and percentage of your account under the target, represented in green, or if you are over the target, which will show in red, meaning you should sell the shares. When you are only 1 or 2 shares over or under the target, it might not be worthwhile to buy or sell, especially if you pay commission for trades. Thank you for purchasing the ETF Portfolio Builder. For additional resources, please visit smithconsultingservices.ca. This document is provided for informational purposes only and is not intended to be construed as financial, investment, or legal advice. The content within this disclosure statement is based on general information and should not be considered as a substitute for professional advice tailored to your specific circumstances. There are no guarantees or warranties regarding the accuracy, completeness, or reliability of the information contained in this disclosure statement. The financial markets are inherently unpredictable, and past performance is not indicative of future results. Investing in financial markets involves inherent risks, and the value of investments can fluctuate based on various factors. It is important to be aware that you may lose part or all of your investment, and past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Before making any financial or investment decisions, it is strongly recommended that you consult with a qualified professional advisor. This disclosure statement is not tailored to the individual circumstances of any specific person or entity. Different individuals may have different financial situations, goals, and risk tolerances. Therefore, it is crucial to seek personalized advice that takes into account your unique circumstances. This disclosure statement does not endorse or recommend any specific investment products, strategies, or services. The inclusion of any information does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation. The information contained in this disclosure statement may be subject to change without notice. It is advisable to verify any information independently and seek professional advice based on the most current data. Investors should be aware of the legal and tax implications of their investment decisions. This disclosure statement does not provide legal or tax advice, and it is essential to consult with legal and tax professionals to understand the implications of any investment strategy. In conclusion, while efforts have been made to provide accurate and up-to-date information, This disclosure statement is not a substitute for professional advice. It is strongly recommended that you consult with qualified professionals before making any financial or investment decisions based on the information contained herein.